You think the Trojan War ended with a horse? You're wrong. The horse was just the cleanup crew. Based on the epic poems of the legendary writer Homer, the real war was fought over 10 years of famine, broken faith, and a king's devastating inability to save his people. Today, we are analyzing the psychological price Troy paid. Was King Priam's moral leadership his city's greatest weakness? Stick around for the full analysis, and don't miss our challenge question on male versus female leadership later in the video. History hunters, welcome to the deepest dive we've ever taken. We all know the end of the Trojan War, the horse, but that single event overshadows 10 years of unimaginable suffering, political desperation, and a catastrophic loss of wisdom. Today, we're not just telling a myth, we are recreating the decade the Trojans lost. Make sure you click that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any secrets. Part 1. The Seed of Destruction. The war, generally dated to the 12th century BC, was not a matter of land or empire. It was a devastating chain reaction sparked by lust and broken honor. The catalyst, the Trojan prince Paris. A man more known for his charm than his courage, seduced or abducted Helen, the wife of the Spartan king, Menelaus. This act was more than a kidnapping. It was a profound violation of Xenia, the sacred law of hospitality, that bound Greek society. The call to arms. Menelaus called upon his brother, the powerful Agamemnon, king of Mycenae, and reminded the dozens of Greek kings of the oath of Tyndareus, a pact they had all sworn to defend Helen's husband. This political necessity, driven by one man's wounded pride, unified the Greeks into an unstoppable force. The main players, leading the charge, were the two pillars of the Greek army, the mighty, near-invincible but volatile warrior Achilles, and the brilliant, cunning strategist Odysseus. Facing them was the Trojans' moral and military shield, Prince Hector, the most noble warrior of the age, and his aging but devoted father, King Priam. Part 2. Life within the siege. The majestic walls of Troy, built by divine hands according to some myths, were the city's salvation and its cage. For 10 years, the Greek army could not breach them. But inside, the true war was fought against attrition and despair, the slow death by famine. With the Greeks controlling the sea lanes and surrounding the land, supplies dwindled to critical levels. Citizens who once enjoyed plenty were reduced to surviving on meager, constantly rationed supplies. Famine and widespread disease, often attributed to the plague sent by Apollo, were as deadly as any Greek spear. The psychological agony. The city was an echoing chamber of fear. Every morning brought the sound of battle. Every evening brought the return of wounded men and the weeping of widows. The populace struggled with depression and fatigue, constantly looking to the sky for a sign from the gods, or to the sea for an allied fleet that never arrived. King Priam's burden. The king, by this point a heartbroken old man, focused entirely on maintaining the city's spirit. His daily struggles included managing the severe resource shortages, conducting elaborate and expensive funeral rites for his many fallen sons, and ensuring that the walls were always maintained. His leadership, though morally strong, was reactive, constantly trying to survive the next Greek assault rather than finding a way to end the war. Part 3. Faith and the loss of wisdom. The Trojans' deep polytheistic faith was both their solace and their doom. They meticulously honored Apollo, their main protector, and offered countless sacrifices, believing the gods held the final answer. Toll on the intellectual elite. The war didn't just kill fighters. Over a decade, the city suffered a massive loss of its intellectual capital. Skilled builders, astronomers, renowned poets, and respected priests perished, meaning the city was losing its ability to innovate, record its history, and interpret the divine will correctly. The price of prophecy. The tragic climax of this intellectual loss came with Cassandra, Priam's daughter, and the priest Laocoön. Cassandra, cursed by Apollo, was a prophetess who saw the future clearly but was never believed. Laocoön was the only religious voice to correctly guess the horse's true purpose. His public warnings were tragically silenced when sea serpents, sent by the pro-Greek gods, choked him and his sons, a sight the terrified Trojans interpreted as a divine sign against his warning. Challenge question on leadership. The 10-year siege proves that long-term strategic cunning, like that of Odysseus, beats temporary strength. Considering the prolonged suffering, do you believe the Trojans needed the compassionate, moral leadership of a King Priam, or a ruthless, pragmatic ruler like some great queens of history who would have traded the city's pride for survival? Part 4. The final, vicious trick. It was the complete mental and physical depletion of Troy that paved the way for the horse. Odysseus, recognizing that raw power had failed, devised the plan for the colossal, hollow wooden horse secretly built by the carpenter Achilles. The Greeks pretended to leave, burning their camp to solidify the deception. The Trojans, exhausted beyond measure, saw the horse as the final, massive, divine trophy of their victory. The most cited literary moment giving us a lasting idiom is from Virgil's Aeneid, Timeo Danaos et dona ferentes. I fear the Greeks, even when bearing gifts. Ignoring every last warning, including the cryptic pleas of Cassandra, they breached their own sacred walls to bring the horse inside. That night, while the city celebrated its long-awaited peace, the elite Greek commandos emerged from the belly of the horse, threw open the gates, and allowed the returning Greek fleet to unleash a final, brutal wave of destruction. Troy was not defeated by a siege, but by its own broken spirit and a moment of fatal, desperate relief. What an epic tale of human endurance and intellectual failure! The fall of Troy teaches us that vigilance is the true price of freedom. If you appreciated these detailed layers of history, please hit the like button and make sure to subscribe. Your support truly fuels our work. And if you're looking for more inspiration from ancient legends, go back and explore our videos on the mighty Zeus's daughter and Hercules. We'll see you in the next one.